Hi.
Hello there. Nice to be with you again. So we're talking to you from a kind of a very cold Mount Shasta. We've had snow here for the last couple of days. So we're looking forward to spring, actually springing.
Yeah, we're ready for spring to get sprung.
Yeah, exactly. So we wanted to connect with you because we've been super busy and we haven't been responding to some of your emails, messages rather, on the Facebook Academy page. And so we just wanted to catch you up in some of the things that have been happening and let you know of some of the things that we're about to do, because we're really stoked about some of these,
Yeah,
these
and
new things.
I've just shared this video to the group from the Stargate page, if you were wondering why I was like hovering and doing things.
Yeah.
So welcome to our home. We just got back 3 days ago from our travels in England.
Mm. We had a really great time there. We had quite an amazing workshop, which we'll tell you a little bit about.
Mm-hmm.
And then Julianne and myself, we went down to Dorset on the south coast, and we did a lot of gardening. We visited my father.
And it was really, really fun. Prageet's dad has this amazingly rich soil because when Prageet was a kid, he would wheelbarrow heaps and heaps of, was it pig
Manure, yeah.
pig manure
Over many, many years, both me and my brother. So
from the
it's
neighbors.
really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we came back kind of physically tired, but really enjoying it a lot. And my dad, I think he's 96 now, and he's like a teenager when Jules is around, so it's always really nice when she visits as well.
Yeah.
So people have been asking about, when are we going to get the recordings from the Easter workshop? Well, we left Shasta.
2 days after the Easter intensive.
So we haven't had any time to do any of the editing because it was not only Jules and myself, but Vareed and Ashley joined us. They, as you know, they live here in Shasta with us.
They're actually still traveling.
Still traveling.
They're on an airplane right now as we speak.
And Sandra and Danny, who have a kind of European office in Slovenia, they also came to London and were there helping. And so that was really nice because many of you got to meet them there as well. And it was really quite something. There were people from, I think, almost 19 or 20 different countries, about 180 people in all. And there was a huge waiting list as well. So unfortunately, we hadn't booked a large enough room. So next time we have an international gathering like this, we'll make sure the room is bigger.
Yeah. So we wanted to kind of connect with you all because it's been a while since we've chatted like this. And a lot has happened, and we have a lot of exciting plans that we wanted to share with you. So I think the big question is what happened during the Easter intensive. And so before we talk about that, I just want to invite everyone just to take a moment to close your eyes, go inside, and just take a moment to let your body relax. This Easter intensive was all about deep relaxation while holding a presence.
Awareness.
So just give yourself that moment to bring yourself fully to the here now. And an exercise that we've been practicing a lot is this heart coherence. So just take a moment to focus on the energy of your heart. So focusing your awareness on your heart center. Slowing your breathing down. Lower. And allow yourself to think about someone, something, some place that brings you a feeling of gratitude or joy.
Or appreciation. And now feel that gratitude or appreciation, that love or that joy. Really allow yourself to feel it. And this creates a balance between the head and the heart, bringing this balance, this coherence, which allows the body to really function as it's designed to.
It actually allows the rhythm of your heartbeat to become this smooth wave, and all your physiological body systems benefit, including the brain. But it also helps you connect to your intuition in a far deeper way.
And so over the Easter workshop, we were using this heart coherence method before each meditation. It was developed by the Heart Math group, and we learned about it
Through Shamir, our
through Shamir.
friend.
He did an online course with us and took us more deeply into this. So, what happened over the Easter workshop? Well, it was a very intense experience, and it was a lot more talking and analysis, in a sense, of how to recognize and release some of the limitations, the programs that repeat themselves again and again. It was a very advanced group, and a couple of things happened there which had never happened before. The first one was that it brought more of a level of clarity to people about how to identify not what they want to release or be free of, but how to identify what your beingness wants to release first, so that it's actually a releasing program in the way that the body-mind superconsciousness suggests, rather than it just coming from an idea of, oh, I want to stop this.
The primary way that you know what your beingness is bringing to be released is that it's suddenly like in your face. And that's part of what these guides and energies can help us with, is it actually creates a space where you're immersed in kind of like an energy field of enlightenment, and anything that isn't in that kind of frequency suddenly becomes very much crystallized in your awareness.
Yeah. And that energy of enlightenment is held by the numerous guides that come from all the various dimensions, just to hold an energy field during the intensives that we do here. The other very amazing thing that has never happened before was that Alcazar said that he would bring the energy of the Alcazar group into the workshop. Now that's never happened before. The Alcazar group is actually a group of what they describe as universal masters. And Alcazar, as we know him, for want of a better description, is just the spokesperson, the one that actually talks through Julianne and myself. And they brought their energy into the room. And it was, don't even know how, nourishing is one way.
A lot of people were having really profound, tearful experiences. For me personally, what happened was that we went out into nature right afterward, and I could tell I was in this very expanded state where suddenly you can really feel the kind of messages that are in nature for us. Like I see a fallen tree and I'm like, okay, I can feel that fallen tree as a metaphor in a way that I don't usually. So these things are always hard to describe.
Yeah, we could just, there was a felt experiential difference after it.
But the profound thing for me was actually the next morning when I woke up, I felt totally clear in my body, and I felt like I had more consciousness is the best way I can describe it.
We're actually curious for those people that were here over the Easter intensive.
Or in London, because that energy was kind of seeded as the culmination of all this deep work over Easter, but it was shared in London also.
So if you participated in that experience of the Alcazar energies coming, send us an email
or write
actually it's
on
best
this feed.
Yeah,
let us know what happened.
Yeah, put it on the Academy page also so that other people can get a feel of how it was. So, that was Easter. Then as Jules said, 2 days later we shot over to London and we had a very busy preparation time. And in fact, we didn't finish till 1 o'clock in the morning.
For the first time ever, we had 5 live simultaneous translations. So we had to set up all the technology to try to actually record each feed as well as have it happening live.
Yeah. We haven't been able to actually listen to those recordings yet to see what the quality's like. But the intention was if we could record the translations as they're happening, then we can get those translations in all the different languages to you guys out there very fast.
Yeah.
So it's something we're trying. Our whole focus actually right now is to find ways of creating support on an ongoing basis to all of you, online and in various other ways, such as the podcasts.
We have plans. One of them, which is a podcast, and this is something Alcazar asked us to do a while ago, is he said at this point in time, a lot of people are starting to become interested in spirituality and starting to wake up. People who never have been before. So he's saying create this foundational entry point into the Stargate work so that anyone can find it and very quickly be brought into an understanding of what's being offered so that they can accelerate.
And so all our focus over the last few months has been finding ways, and one of the things which is taking a lot of time and energy is actually redoing our website.
Yeah.
And we'll let you know when that's complete.
And we're excited about that because we have a professional web developer, which is something we haven't had for years.
Okay, so that's a little bit about what's been happening here.
Another really exciting thing that is literally just in its seed form is that there's plans to write a book. And the book is about the whole the whole bigger picture of how star families evolve from planet to planet in the universe and pass like this Olympic torch of consciousness, and how humanity is at this place where it's been unconscious for a reason and now we're waking up again. So, and it's going to be an interactive book so that chapters on a certain topic will have meditations. Because, as you know, the whole focus of the Stargate is transformation through experience of the beyond.
So it's going to be an experiential book. And we're working with some very new technology to make that happen. But more about that later when we actually start to develop it. Okay, so I mean, one of the next things that's happening here fairly soon is that Kahuna Kalei, who many of you know, is going to be coming to Mount Shasta. And as with all our things here in Shasta, the workshop was full up pretty much right away with a long wait list. It's those people on the wait list. Unfortunately, there won't be space for you, but we're going to be live streaming this. So already there's hundreds of people that have signed up to receive the live streaming of Kahuna Kalei's presence here in Shasta. And we're going to be doing an hour, hour and a half each morning. Not the whole workshop, because we want to be able to create a very strong energetic here as well. But that will be recorded, as always.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be going up the mountain on Mount Shasta with Kalei.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to be doing some ceremony up there. And that's going to be filmed. And the recording of that and the recording of the workshop will also be sent out to everyone who's doing the live streaming.
Right. And
Forgot the word for a moment.
we're really excited to see what's going to happen in that collaboration, because Kalei has just started channeling the 7 Pleiadian mothers. Last December, while we were on the Big Island, she channeled for the first time in front of an audience, and this is the 7 Pleiadian mothers,
in front of an audience,
and who they are is essentially when Lemuria was happening. This was when humanity was in interaction with the Pleiadians, and it was the females, the mothers, who were actually teaching Lemurian children. So it's a very like beautiful
Lemurian
human children.
Or Pleiadian
Pleiadian mothers,
yeah.
human children.
Yeah.
It's essentially how Alcazar describes the so-called seeding of this planet, when our chromosomes went from 24 to 23, and no one knows why.
Well, actually, Cryon talked about that.
Yeah.
But
what does Cryon say about that?
you can listen to Cryon. For those people that are not aware of the Cryon channelings, we'd highly recommend them. Lee Carroll has been channeling Cryon since '89.
Yeah, same year that the Stargate came through.
Same
year I was born.
And so we'd highly recommend. It's cryon.com. Very easy to find.
Kryon.
Thank you. Very easy to find, and many, many free channelings on his site there, as well as other interesting things. So that's what's going to be happening next. One of the things that we're doing, which is also very interesting, is in a special workshop in Marin County, which is just north of San Francisco. We're having a weekend workshop, but we're having a scientist come in, do some biometric measurements. She's going to be measuring people's energetic.
Yeah, and organ systems.
So the energy and how the state of their organs before the workshop and then afterwards.
So we're really excited because we're going to get some
scientific documentation,
some
really.
Data, and also really awesome visualizations of how the Stargate is impacting the human energy field. We'll also be studying the energy in the room throughout the day.
Yeah, so we have this special device called a Sputnik, devised this whole system called BioWell, devised by a Russian scientist whose name was
Dr. Konstantin Korotkov,
who we almost met.
He's actually really into the study of consciousness, which is why he's developed these physics tools to measure energy.
So we'll be doing that in Marin, and we'll be sharing the results of that, which, again, we're really excited about.
Yeah.
Yes. And as many of you know, we've got summer camp coming up in August. The whole week together, and that was spectacular last time, people from all over the world coming. And another thing which we briefly announced on the Facebook group is that we're doing a workshop in Maui, 5 days in Maui. The dates are set. We've got 2 possibilities of venues, and we're trying to decide which one to use. I think we're pretty clear about that right now.
So we'll be announcing that really
And
soon.
watch our website, because you'll be able to sign up. And as always, our workshops get sold out pretty fast. So if you want to have the Stargate experience on the island of Maui, Lemuria, then watch out for that one. Great.
Yeah.
And also, finally, just the new things that are also coming up. We're just about ready to announce a workshop that we're going to be doing in Brazil and Uruguay and Argentina, and that they're going to be happening in November. But there'll be more about that on our website soon.
Yeah. So the Easter recordings and the London recordings will be available as soon as we can edit them. We don't know exactly how fast that will happen, because Ashley is the one who edits them, and she's going to have to get over jet lag. But we will announce it to you when they are available.
Yeah. We just want to say that the Easter program is an advanced program. It's something that we would recommend for those people who really want to focus on what they are ready to release. It's not something just to listen to and say, oh, that was nice. This is a tool for people that are really intending on supporting themselves in change. So it's not for everyone. It's not for beginners as such. It's just for those people that are really want to focus on understanding the process that Alcazar introduced over the Easter intensive.
And it was a very intensive process.
Yeah.
So be ready for that.
And you'll hear people as Alcazar and Prageet, that's me, work through issues with people, bringing clarity. And with the clarity, usually what happened was there was just a spontaneous emotional release.
Yeah, I know that I had a particularly profound release during that intensive as well.
So that's for beginners. The London workshop.
Not for beginners.
Oops.
So Easter
Slip of the tongue.
Easter was like intense and a lot of channeling rather than energy work. So a lot of processing. London took the culmination of that deep processing, which was this seeding of the Alcazar group coming in, these universal masters, like bringing their presence for the very first time to the Stargate work. And it was almost entirely energy meditations. I think we did maybe 5 or 6 each day.
Yeah.
So it was a very, very energy immersive experience.
Yeah, and it was, in a way it was different from the way that we generally would. There's no question and answers happening. It was just channeling, meditations, and channeling and meditations.
Yeah.
For the full 2 days.
And we actually went on this journey. What we realized afterward was through almost every aspect of the Stargate work, except for the inner child. But we had the Thanksgiving, awakening of humanity energies coming in with the, toroid. We had the energy from the 2 universes come in, and we had this Alcazar seeding energy come in.
Yeah, so this was just the second time that this Alcazar energy came into a group.
Yeah, and again, it was amazing.
Yeah, it was fascinating.
Yeah. And actually, interestingly, Sandra was telling me the next day when we were packing up and about to leave, and she was saying that she was feeling this total clarity in her body and this, and I was like, yes! You know, she was like, I feel different. I feel really different today. And I was really excited, and I was like, that's how I felt after the first time I felt these Alcazar group energies.
Mm.
And I told her that it felt like I had more consciousness, and she was like, that's exactly what it feels like.
Mm.
So, as always, we do this work to share it. So we will be sharing the opportunity to walk yourselves through these meditations. The next major online program that we have available that's live, it will be the Calais,
Live stream.
the Rainbow Bridge between Hawaii and Mount Shasta that we're going to be sharing.
Okay, I've been watching the feed on the side, and it's really beautiful to see people coming from all over, and it's really beautiful to be able to share it with you all.
Mm-hmm.
So much love to everyone.
Yeah. Here's a question someone actually asked is that Alcazar said at one point in one of the meditations that we don't need to be consciously aware of these limitations for them to be released.
Mm-hmm.
So we should just hit on that.
Well, basically, he said that some of your limitations can simply be released in these workshops just by being in the energy field with the intention to change, to be free of the limitations. Some of them can go. Others, in a sense, the more restrictive ones, you need to bring your own awareness to them and have a conscious decision. I'm going to let this go.
And
so it's both.
the reason why is because those ones that really like you come up against, they're the ones that you on a higher level have actually set yourself up to have.
Yeah.
So there's a learning process that's happening. There's like an evolution either for yourself individually, or it's something that you're working through in order to assist humanity's awakening process. Usually it's both. Because once you actually do work your way through some issue that's been challenging for you your whole life, it's usually something that many, many other people struggle with. And when you click into the understanding or the releasing of that, it's not just for you, it's actually energetically, informationally shared with the whole of humanity.
Yeah. Cool.
Kind of in the same way that when Olympians break a world record, suddenly like many, many other people start breaking that world record.
Yeah. Cool. So, that's it for now.
Well, is it? Do we want to get
Well, I
Alcazar
don't
in
know.
here?
Oh.
Because Alcazar said something very intriguing about, it was in the Easter meditation when they said, we're going to do something for the very first time, and we're going to bring the energy of the Alcazar group into the room. He said, as it was happening, he said, this experience is usually reserved for the moment that an individual becomes enlightened. And I wanted to see if maybe he has something to say about that.
That wasn't exactly what we said.
That's how I remember it.
And so, beloveds, we greet thee, 'tis Alcazar. And we invite you just to take a moment and tune in and allow yourself to feel our presence with you. For even though we are talking through this one, you can connect directly with us. The experience that happened in your Easter intensive was, as they have described, something that has never happened before. We brought our energies gently into the intensive, into the workshop. We gave you a taste. We did not bring the totality of our energies into the room, but we brought energetics that were, as always, carefully designed for each one of you, so that you could receive the maximum potential from that moment. As we said, this energy that was being shared was a taste of what individuals feel as they move into that state that you call enlightenment. So it was a small taste of that energetic. Not that we were bringing enlightenment to all those present, but we were bringing that fine super vibration so that you could taste it. Why? Because once experienced, it is almost an unconscious drive to be in that space, to achieve it again. And so it triggers something deep within you to return to that place that here you call enlightenment. So, as always, with the Stargate experience, we always wish to create the next step, and then the next step, and then the next step. And as individuals experience these steps, they receive certain energetics, which then allow others to receive them more easily. So, with all the Stargate experiences, you are not only assisting yourself, you are making it easier for those who come behind you, so to speak. You are assisting the evolution of humanity. And, beloved ones, despite what you see happening in the world around you, the physical world, let us say this: humanity is changing at a very accelerated rate, thanks to you and all those like you around this beautiful earth. And so, we love you and we bless you. We honor you and all you are doing. And we will talk to you again very soon. Good day. All right then.
That was nice. Raise your hand if you want to become enlightened.
That's my jewels. Okay, so we love you also, and we very much appreciate all the support and all the love that we receive from you all. So take care. Hope to see you soon. Good day.
Bye.
As I would say.
Yeah, good day.
Bye-bye.